Hello, this is Tawnya Landis with Marriage Architects, and I am actually going to give you guys a tip today that I believe is very helpful when you are having a disagreement with your spouse. So, first thing you need to remember is that you guys are on the same team. A lot of times when we get into a disagreement or somebody says something that may set us off or push our buttons, we go into automatic defense. And what happens when you're on the defense, then you come across in your communication that way. You're defensive. And really, it's hard to come to a resolution when you're defensive. And I know this because that was how I was, and it's actually my natural tendency. So what I suggest is, important tip, remembering that you and your spouse are on the same team. You both love each other, you both want the best for each other, and so just remember you're on the same team. It doesn't pay to always be right, and I know that a lot of times it feels like I gotta be right, I gotta win, but you're on the same team. So what happens, like we have Super Bowl Sunday coming up, and what happens if the players on the same team are fighting amongst each other? How do you think they're going to do playing in the game? Probably not very well. So they have to play the game together, and that's how we have to go in as couples. It's okay to have a disagreement. You don't have to have all the same opinions, but there's effective ways that you can work through your communication. That's something that we go over in depth in our coaching. But remember one tip, you're on the same team. So if you feel yourself getting defensive, take a deep breath and make sure you blow it all the way through the belly. Don't just hold it all up here, and say, all right, I remember we're on the same team. And if you need to take a break, let your spouse know, you know what, this isn't a really good time for me. Can we please, hold this discussion till later? I feel myself getting defensive. And like I said, I'm one of those people that naturally goes on the defense. I like to be right. And so sometimes that's where I'll go. And I'll have to be like, hey, let's take a break. I feel myself getting really defensive. I know we're on the same team here, so just give me a moment. And it will really help. So remember that next time you're not agreeing with something or you're going into a conversation and you feel yourself getting defensive. Hope that tip helps. If it does, please feel free to share this video, make a comment below. And again, my name is Tawnya Landis with Marriage Architects.